I've only been tattooing for about 2.5 years. I am still in the honeymoon phase of tattooing. With Inexperienced comes drive, passion. These guys have been doing it for 15 years. They don't have that like new, loving feeling about it. That gives me such an edge against them. I'm gonna go beat all their asses and they're not gonna see it coming. I think the composition is good. Now I just gotta pull it off.
I'm really worried about Angel because this tattoo is just so far out of her wheelhouse.
It's gonna be mostly black. Like, I hope he knows that.
Yeah. She just doesn't have the experience to learn on the fly like you have to for a piece like this.
I'd put heavy blacks in that so that his brights do pop.
Headache today, it's fine.
Today we're testing dimension with Naturescapes.
Yeah, dude, I'm into that. I'm gonna have the steer coming out, show perspective.
Show me foreground, show me background, show me perspective, dimension, things that will make a Naturescape come to life.
This competition isn't safe. There's gonna be a point where you're doing something that you're not comfortable with, and I came here to do that exactly. I am one of the most ambitious people I know. Ever since I was a kid, if I put my mind to something, I had to be the best at it.
I knew they were gonna come at you today, but I think it might be my favorite drawing.
The Naturescape thing is maybe getting away from us, but...
You're still showing more dimension.
Angel's my #1 draft pick. She's not here to play it safe. She's here to win.
Thanks, Christian, for believing in me.
Why wouldn't I?
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink. Today, you had to show dimension tattooing a Naturescape. Angel. There's very little nature in here. I don't see a lot of dimension. The fact that you have little sharks at the top of this thing doesn't really make me think that there's multiple layers to this piece.
There's zero relationship between the octopus and the ship, no foreground, nothing to tie any sort of depth in other than this ray of light, which a lot of people are gonna just wonder what the hell that is. A lot of problems with this tattoo.
I would just feel bad not sending Angels to the bottom, because it is clearly the worst tattoo.
It doesn't hit any of the
No,
challenges.
it doesn't. What's up with the octopus? Is it fighting a silhouette ship, or is it just in front of it?
The octopus is floating. There's no depth, no separation in the planes.
There's no Naturescape.
It's not even applied well either.
Yeah, I mean, we sent out a skull pick to shoot her down, and we hit it.
I feel like she is my saving grace because she doesn't have a Naturescape.
I agree.
I agree with that, too.
The tattooing in the octopus itself is bad.
Most people that glance at this, they don't know it's underwater. They'll feel like that's the sky with the sun rays.
One of you will be packing your machines. Clean. Why did your team vote Angel to the bottom?
We felt like her tattoo lacked the most fundamentals and that it was unfinished.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Is it finished?
You know, this is actually what I was planning to do.
Is it finished?
All the elements that she said she was going to put into it are there.
Is the tattoo finished?
Does nobody want to own up to it not being finished?
Everybody knows it's unfinished.
I will say that parts of it are unfinished.
Would you say that the octopus by itself is finished?
I would like to see the suction cups colored.
The octopus, the red in this thing, is not solid. And the shading off the top of the black part of the ship is all choppy and not smooth anywhere in it. The technical application on this tattoo is far from good, and it should be dead solid.
At least I know that that's a ship. I look at Jimmy's and there's a lot of question as to whether or not that's even water.
You can't say that those are mountains and trees in the background and leaves
Yeah,
in the
you can.
front.
The mountains are blue and the water is orange,
that's a
which is just a
stylistic
bad
choice.
call.
I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I deserve to be in the bottom for this tattoo. But I got more done in 4 hours than either of them did in 6.
The decisions that you made in 4 hours are what you're here for.
He showed this Naturescape.
And maybe finish this tattoo?
I mean, my tattoo shows issues, but it shows experience. I don't think Angel could have done that tattoo on her best day.
You can't draw a wolf and a forest man.
You can't draw a background. That ship is
I
just
can
cut and
draw
paste.
a background.
Come on.
I will draw backgrounds around you
Guys,
all day.
we gotta make a decision here. Final decision.
Angel.
The judges have decided. Angel, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
It's blood, sweat, and tears in this thing, and I think that you've really, really excelled to a place where in 2.5 more years, you're a threat, no doubt.
I love you to death and kills me.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
I have so much less experience than anyone in here, so the fact that I came here and I competed fiercely up until this point is a huge accomplishment for me. I did so much better than I even could have guessed.
The Elimination tattoo today, we are looking for the cleanest, most solid, fundamental, quality tattoos.
That's gonna fit sick.
Yeah. These canvases are sensitive because they're first timers, they're virgins. That's the gray area. Because some of the tattoos these clients want are a nightmare.
If you feel like you're gonna throw up or anything like that, we'll get some water, get some food in you, and you'll be good. You got a bucket in here? We got a trash can.
All right.
Stay calm, keep breathing, man.
Are you nervous?
Oh, super nervous.
Super nervous?
Yes.
Oh, great. Well, you know what? So am I.
My tattoo looks awesome. It's strong, it's bold, it has big balls.
K-Cutta is obviously not a very proficient tattooer. He is definitely showing that he's struggling. The tattoo's rough. It doesn't have a black outline on it. That's gonna definitely land him in some
So good. I definitely did not come to window shop for the title. I came to ring it up and throw that in the bag.
K-Cutta, how do you feel about this piece?
I like what I did for him, man. I changed his life and he changed mine. I mean, I feel good about it.
Up top in the crown, there's just a few strong black outlines that stand out, and then most of it has no outline at all.
I don't do much outline.
There is a few outlines on this tattoo that show me that you had an outline needle and used it.
And with my art, I do a lot of random stuff.
This challenge is the fundamentals.
I had to do something that has some big swinging nuts.
It just seems like you have fear to run a black outline. You can't come here and compete scared to do an outline. This is day one, and this is the beginning. As we move on, it gets harder. So if we can't move past this, where do we move to?
You know, what's gonna look cool is the fact that you got all like these dark colors up here. When you do the red, that's gonna stick out like neon.
That is the plan, my friend. Okay, this guy's all red, so I'm not gonna do his whole body. I'm gonna do like the upper part. I'm gonna have the Death Star ship in the background with the lights and the atmosphere to create that contrast. Without it, I'm red is a hard color to pack.
Now I think I know why Clint gave it to you. Won't you piss him off?
Kay's gonna screw himself over. I don't need to help him out on that.
I mean, he gave me a big red guy, man.
There's not a tattoo up there that he would have been like, oh, thanks so much for giving me that.
Think I might be biting off more than I can chew, but if I don't do one of my best tattoos I've done, it's gonna be a battle for the bottom between me and Mark.
Okay. How do you feel about the canvas that Clint assigned you?
For what it is, my guy loved it. He spent more time than I've been alive dressing up as these guys. What I mostly didn't like is he's all red, so I gotta put something behind him.
You could have showed these wrinkles and this cloth to look like fabric, to give that contrast, to make this thing look real.
Doesn't have drapery feel. Looks like he's wearing lunch meat.
That's one way to look at it, but one thing I do want to add is that these guys, they do one thing. They stand there. That's pretty much it.
They have a little more detail than your tattoo does.
Two of you impressed us, and two of you did not.
Okay? You're struggling. You're not able to show the contrast you need to show because the images that you're picking, you're not being able to convey to the skin.
I respect your opinion, don't get me wrong, but I've been counted out for dead before, so I gotta say that.
Let me say something to you, man. You've got 3 years. All you're lacking is simple technique. You need that guidance.
My ambition is what got me standing here. And though my skill level don't really match my ambition at times, I know I can adjust.
The judges have decided. Okay, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
I think you're leaving here today a much better tattooer.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Please pack your machines and close shop.
Even when I'm at the bottom, I'm looking up. I'm not looking down. I'm damn near a born loser, but I keep winning. Luckily for me, that's what I'm used to. It's not gonna hinder me from fighting harder. Y'all ain't seen the last of me. I'm K-Cutta, damn it.
These teammates are all gonna have to come up with a game plan quick and make this happen.
What do you think?
The handle looks straight.
Oh my God, the handle is straight, dude. Tim, let him redraw the handle. He thinks it's crooked.
Stop, all right. That's right.
I think it looks fine, man. It's
all right,
fine.
just want to make sure, man.
They don't know each other. All artists have egos, so it'll be interesting to see who can be a designated leader and who's gonna submit to following.
We need to get started, yo.
I know. This area is not my favorite to tattoo.
It's actually totally fine, just so long as we don't jump up.
I'm definitely freaking out. I've only been tattooing for 3 years, but a lot of these people have been tattooing longer than I've been alive. So I'm hoping that I can just keep up.
We gotta do this one at a time, you guys. This tattoo's way too small for it.
I think then what we should do, get those eyes in as good as you can, and then swap out.
Today was your first opportunity as a team to strike fear into the heart of your opponents. Let's take a look at the women's tattoos. We asked you to do 3 tattoos that represented your team. How did these do that?
The 3 images we chose represent what we are as women. A warrior, Mother Earth, and we have the Temptress, sexy. And she holds the heart of many in her hands.
The face of this tattoo is where you guys have your shining moments. There's a light and this illumination. The problem is that that's what I want to see throughout the piece. Where you lose me is in the hands, in the heart, because you just have this tonal value that goes through.
The eyesore of this thing is that weird finger poking out through the middle of it. Any little thing can pull you down. It's a bummer.
I have come up with about 45 different designs for this tattoo.
They gave me Biomechanical. It's gonna be a lot of cool colors on the outside, and then we're gonna have this big, like, fireball.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I studied the best I could from great artists, but I have to just do it the way I would do it.
That's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff back there, yeah. Sweet. This is crazy.
I'm doing my first biomechanical tattoo, and I'm doing my first large back piece on the biggest stage for tattoo artists. The pressure is on.
No way. Because who else would this happen to, right? Power lines coming down?
The whole entire town of Warren just lost power because a tree went over a power line. Mylar.
Power. Got it. It's on. We have light. I'm so glad that you have a truck that has a plug in it. Our own little personal generator. It's pretty sweet.
Be gentle now.
Do what I can. You did it.
I feel like 10 million pounds have just been lifted off my shoulders.
First biomechanical tattoo ever.
Danny, come on up.
The big thing about these kind of tattoos is you want to feel like it's not a part of the body, and you really capture that. Layer upon layer upon layer, texture upon texture, light reflecting off of every source, great color blending, great color saturation, rich solid blacks. It's just negative skin. The way you put all that color around makes it look completely different than what his skin really is, and you really achieve what we're looking for in this style tattoo.
It's pretty dazzling. Danny, thank you. I gotta say, for me, just swinging out of the park on this biomechanical piece, Danny, you got my vote.
Wow.
And it's on you, buddy.
My vote is for Laura.
The judges have decided, Laura, you do have what it takes to be Inkmaster.
I walked in this room and I already recognize people. Blind critique is a huge, huge advantage to me because I know I can smoke this tattoo and they're never gonna know that it was done by a weird homeschool kid, only been tattooing 3.5 years. This is my chance to do a cool tattoo and really impress them.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a maze, and your time starts now.
Don't look right now, but Garrett's line work is not.
That's a wild one. Find your worst line, drop shadow from that point on. This is a line challenge, and this thing's gotta be bulletproof.
Just gotta make sure every line meets up. There are people here who are doing like 5 lines when I'm doing 500.
We have the wildest line work in the room right now. Okay. Fix it now.
I understand why Steve's doing what he's doing, but it's only making me freak out more.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more in. Today, you had to prove your fundamentals tattooing a maze. Team Steve, you're up first. Let's start with Garrett.
This one, it looks like a struggle. A lot of areas where your outlines just get carried away.
Been super nervous since I got here, so I think that's really showing.
A lot of areas where you went in and you built up. Once you build up 1 or 2 times, 3 or 4 is gonna cut them. You got a lot of divots.
In my defense, I did have the most line-intensive piece in the room.
Well, you did draw it, so you gave it to yourself.
It's true.
You're fighting yourself a lot on this tattoo, and it shows in the end.
All right, guys, we're here so we can determine which artist to put up for elimination.
It's fair to say Garrett had a rough outing. There is not one line similar to the next.
I walked over there, his lines are wonky, and I just said, man, you gotta fix them. And he might have went back just too many times.
That's how you get cuts. Building too much, overworking.
Too much trauma.
Garrett probably has the worst application.
Building up a lot of these lines, he overworked the skin. This tattoo is not going to heal well.
Today, you had to tattoo a maze. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Let's hear from the coaches. Why did you vote Garrett to the bottom?
Breaking it down to fundamentals. That type of damage to the skin, that's just a deal breaker.
I had a bunch of hiccups today. I guarantee that's not gonna happen again. I'm gonna get my nerves under control. I have that technical stuff down 100%.
It's not about what you can do, it's about what you did.
But you know, on paper, I'm a much stronger artist than the majority of the people here, and I think my tattoo is way prettier than theirs. I could have totally put black all the way up against my lines like in Deanna's. I just chose not to. If I get another chance, you'll never see another blowout from me, and I can guarantee that.
The best design on paper is Garrett's.
I'm forever gonna be the cut judge. If you cut, you go. So my vote's for Garrett to go home.
My vote's for Amanda.
My vote's for Garrett.
The judges have decided, Garrett, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
I just think you guys are making a mistake.
You got the chops, man. Unfortunately, just one little mistake here or there sends you home. Come back 10 times stronger and kick some ass.
All right, Garrett, please pack your machines and close shop.
I can outdraw 95% of the people upstairs, and nobody got to see that.
I just think they made the wrong decision.
The one thing that made me want to combat my doubts of putting myself out there was my artwork. I think it showed them anything. Just really thought I would do better.
I'm terrified because I've only been tattooing now for 4 years, which is definitely not a long time.
Each finalist also had to tattoo a 24-hour chess piece in the style and subject assigned by the opposing team. Ryan, you are up first. Let's see how your master canvas went.
Ryan, I would love to see dueling hot rods, big, chunky 90s new school.
That is everything I have ever hated.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This is your new chess piece. Cool, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I have a lot more to prove.
Are you ready?
New School was the one challenge that everyone else in the finale did that I didn't do.
You gotta breathe, okay?
It's literally the opposite of my style. Vibrant, bright color, thick, chunky lines. I don't do anything like that.
You got this.
This really is the tattoo that's going to make it or break it for me.
11 minutes.
I've made it this far because I've busted my ass. I deserve to be the first female Ink Master.
All right, it is the moment of truth, Ryan. Please reveal your master canvas.
Ready?
Hi, Ryan, tell us about this.
Well, Kelly assigned me 90s New School. because it's the opposite of what I normally do. And I feel like she assigned it to me because she basically wanted me to prove that if I deserve the Inkmaster title, I should be able to, you know, tackle any style and handle any challenge that was thrown at me. So I think, you know, this challenge was the opposite of what I've been expected to do, and I, you know, did it as true to the challenge as I could. I trained with coil machines for a few weeks before I attempted it. I started using steel tubes, and I practiced before I even attempted it, and the artwork took me a very long time.
Okay.
I mean, aside from just
Brian, I gotta move it along.
This was one tough challenge for you especially. I mean, this style is something that you weren't even tattooing when this style was prevalent. I remember the 90s. I remember tattooing at tattoo conventions with Clean Rock when he was doing all this stuff. And I mean, this is it. You could go, this is a time machine tattoo right here. You know, you go back.
Chris, your thoughts?
Well, you know, this tattoo, it does exude 90s. It does have that really 90s feel. This is my 25th year tattooing. I grew up on this. So looking at this artwork, the outline quality, the color palette and play, it really sets off a strong 90s presence. What for me really hits it is the use of the chrome, because we were really chrome babies in the 90s. We would make anything chrome, and you captured that look in this 90s feel tattoo. I think you did a great job.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much. Good luck. All right, Chris, final decision, buddy.
I think for fans of the show and people that first look at first glance of what the two tattoos are, people recognize what Gian did. Gian.
Wow. I knew it, man. First of all, let me say all three of you guys killed it this season. I love all three of you guys. Ryan, love the tattoo. Gian, knocked it out of the park, man. But in terms of just being an overall dynamic piece that just has that wow factor, I'm going with Ryan.
Running into a huge obstacle right now. I'm a perfectionist, and that's really killing my time. As I see artists leaving, I'm starting to worry a bit.
15 minutes remaining.
I wasted way too much time drawing. Now I'm getting a little nervous. I have been an athlete my whole life. I played college basketball. Every sport you can think of, they all have the same fundamentals. Without discipline, you have no direction. I'm a self-taught tattoo artist, and I've been tattooing for 5 years. I am here to prove to all those who turned me down for an apprenticeship, not only am I a great artist, I'm the next ink master.
Artists, it is now time to critique your work. Anthony.
The execution you did in the drawing would not lead me to believe that this is what you would be working towards. So what you did get done is much better than what I would have imagined was coming.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a black and gray 7 Deadly Sins tattoo using only shaders. And your time starts now.
I'm not going to create any hard edges on this thing. I've only been tattooing for 5 years. It's a lot on the line. It's just kind of overwhelming. If you're good at what you do, it won't be a problem. I definitely think the judges are going to underestimate me. I have to do whatever it takes to show that I'm just as good as these veterans.
3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up. Machine's down. No more ink. St. Mark challenged you to take on his specialty, black and gray tattoos using only shaders. Anthony.
The shading in this tattoo is great. Look at the areas of saturated black that still make those silhouettes breathable, and then the backlight to where the demon behind it is a little bit softer. That's a great use of light and showing a really dark image, but still letting it breathe.
Going to fundamentals, it shows a lot of different techniques that you have under your belt.
Thank you. Everybody underestimated me because I've only been tattooing for 5 years. I have to prove to everyone that getting to the finale wasn't just a fluke. I came up with the dragon Whoa. This is one of the things that I struggle with during the competition. Let's win this. I'm pushing myself with my Japanese piece because I'm going huge.
You will each be assigned 2 master canvases. For your second master canvas, you must tattoo a sleeve. The subject and style of the sleeve are completely up to you.
No matter how smooth I do a black and gray sleeve, it's not gonna stand up against Clean's sticker that he's gonna produce on somebody's arm, or Christian's buttery smooth black and gray. I have to do color. This is not my wheelhouse.
America has already awarded Anthony a spot in the top 2. And the eliminated artist jury is deliberating right now on which artist deserves to join them. Let's bring out your master canvases. Hey now, Anthony, come on down. Tell us about this, man. What do you got, bud? Anthony, this is happening now. What do you got?
So going up against these guys, I couldn't slack. You know, I really had to be strategic, competitive. I wanted to represent where I was raised and being brought up by a single mom. The wolf actually represents my character kind of throughout the season, observing everything and planning my attacks.
Wow.
Anthony, I love the tattooing and I love the story that it tells. That woman's face is beautiful, and the markings, the space that you have behind her head and the markings on her face really work, and they're really beautiful. The hot and cold juxtaposition of the colors are great. It's actually my favorite sleeve.
Wow. Wow.
Man, this is a tough one. Based on the 2 tattoos, I'm leaning towards Anthony.
Wow. Both tattoos are killer. All 4 of them are killer. Anthony, you didn't finish the chest, and you didn't sleeve out the sleeve. And those are technicalities, and we critiqued Clean on those very technicalities because he didn't do photorealism for his final piece. I got to go with Clean Rock 1. I got to do it, man.
What Anthony did in his sleeve, I think, is something that not a lot of people could do. I got to go for Anthony.
The judges have decided, Anthony, you do